This is Jack. He studies anatomy, but he also plays piano. Today we're going to help him combine his two passions and explore which structures in the forearm are allowing him to produce such sweet music. Alright Jack, let's look at your forearms. Moving medially, the superficial muscles of the anterior forearm are pronator teres, flexor carpi radialis, palmaris longus, and flexor carpi ulnaris. Deep to these is the flexor digitorum superficialis, and even deeper is the flexor digitorum profundus. The superficial muscles on the posterior forearm, moving laterally, are the extensor carpi ulnaris, extensor digitorum, extensor carpi radialis brevis and longus.
In this video, we'll be looking at how piano playing can be broken into specific movements of these muscles. The extensor and flexors of the forearm allow Jack to stabilise his wrist joint, helping him with the posture required to play these chords. Not only that, but the flexor and extensor digitorum muscles allow flexion and extension of the interphalangeal joints, which are synovial hinge joints. There are three main nerves that innervate the forearm and hand: the radial nerve, which innervates the posterior muscles, the ulnar nerve, which innervates the anterior medial muscles, and the median nerve, which innervates most of the anterior muscles. These three nerves form the terminal branches of a network of nerves located in the upper arm and neck, known as the brachial plexus.
That may have sounded like a lot, Jack, but it sure wasn't all. There are some very important muscles involved with these movements in the hand. Located on the palmar side of the hand are the Lumbricools and the palmar interossei. Laterally we find the thenar eminence, composed of the opponens pollicis, abductor pollicis brevis, and flexor pollicis. This is mirrored medially by the hypothenar eminence, composed of the opponens digiti minimi, abductor digiti minimi, and flexor digiti minimi. The fleshy part between the thumb and the index finger houses adductor pollicis muscle. The dorsal interossei, as their name suggests, are found dorsally.
But wait, there's more. When you are trilling notes on the piano, the flexor and extensor digitorum muscles and the lumbricals of the hand, along with the palmar and dorsal interossei, are active. Lumbricals are the four muscles in each hand originating from the tendons associated with the deep flexor digitorum. These muscles are particularly important in the flexion of metacarpophalangeal or knuckle joints, which are classified as synovial condyloid joints. They also contribute to the extension of interphalangeal joints.
How exciting! Now let's have a look at the next movement. Jack, the stretching you are doing with your hand right now is done through the action of abduction. What seems like a simple stretch of the hand actually involves numerous muscles. Between the metacarpals of each finger there are the dorsal interossei muscles. Along with helping with flexion of the knuckle joints, these muscles help abduct fingers away from the midline of the hand. Conversely, the palmar interossei help adduct fingers toward the midline of the hand. The thumb has its own special muscles, namely the abductor pollicis longus and abductor pollicis brevis for abduction, and the adductor pollicis for adduction. These muscles are mirrored by the abductor digiti minimi for the abduction of the little finger.
Now there's one more movement of the hand we need to discuss. Are you ready, Jack? This descending scale movement, where the fingers cross over the thumb, features the coordination of a few important muscle movements. This movement is achieved using the opponens pollicis in conjunction with the adductor pollicis to move the thumb across the midline towards the little finger. This movement also shows radial deviation or abduction of the wrist joint, achieved by the muscles of the flexor carpi radialis, abductor pollicis longus, extensor carpi radialis longus and brevis. Ulnar deviation or adduction of the wrist joint is achieved through contraction of the extensor carpi ulnaris. Well, there you go, Jack. Now you've mastered both anatomy and piano.
When you put all of these complex movements together, it sounds so beautiful. Who knew that so much went into creating these amazing sounds? That's just Lumbricools.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. There's a few ways that we can help you remember all of this information. If you put your thumb on your medial upper condyle of the humerus, your four fingers represent the four superficial muscles of the forearm. And you can remember it by saying pass, fail, pass, fail. That's P for pronator teres, F for flexor carpi radialis, because it's rad, P for palmaris longus, which not everyone has, and F for flexor carpi ulnaris. Underneath that, you've got the flexor digitorum superficialis, flexor digitorum profundus, and flexor pollicis longus.
And the thenar eminence of the thumb can be remembered by the acronym OAF. So O for opponens, A for abductor, and F for flexor pollicis. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to stay lumber cool.